this was, huh? How fitting. All Skenes pitching, offense doing absolutely nothing. Another long losing streak. And clinched within that, another losing season. Good morning to you. Good. Thursday morning, I'm Dejan Kovacevic of DK Pittsburgh Sports. This is Daily Shot of Pirates. It comes your way bright and early every weekday. If you're into football and or hockey, I also offer daily shots of Steelers and Penguins, the same place that you found this. Orioles 2, Pirates 1 in 10 innings. Kyle Nicholas was a mess in the 10th, loaded the bases. Dylan Beavers shot a single past Spencer Horwitz, and that was that. Not that it mattered. Skenes was outstanding through 5 innings. No runs, 2 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts. His ERA is at 1.92. He's winning the Cy Young. Isaac Mattson allowed the Orioles their tying run in the 8th. Not that the pitching mattered. I'm going to try something a little bit different here this morning instead of all the usual fire Ben Cherington, fire Cherington yesterday, fire him last month, fire him last September. I'm instead going to look at this box score, and you owe it to yourself as a follower of this franchise who's insane enough to have pressed play this particular program today. And really, I don't have a kinder assessment of your mental state in this context. I'm going to read the box score. I'm going to read the visitor's side of the box score to you. And you've got to just sit there and hear it out. Because this is what Cherington sent out onto the field in year 6 of his tenure. After a ton of trades, after a ton of draft picks, even some free agents along the way, this is what was sent out onto the field. Jared Triolo is at leadoff with a .218 average, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Horwitz, as mentioned, had the home run. That was his only hit in 4 at-bats. He's hitting .257. The home run was only his 8th. And so he remains the known wrist issue, low power, platoon hitting first baseman that Cherington thought was going to be some sort of big deal this past winter. Brian Reynolds remarkably batting .244, went 0 for 4 with a K. Tommy Pham, who's had a wonderful second half, but who also was Cherington's number 1 free agent acquisition at .258, went 0 for 3 with a walk. O'Neal Cruz, who has enough raw natural power to have wowed Major League Baseball at the Home Run Derby, in the same summer is now hitting, sit down for this, 200. He's at the Mendoza line after an 0 for 4 with a K. Nick York, the player acquired for Quinn Priester in a trade, the former first-round pick Priester, who has since gone on to have a tremendous season for the Brewers. He's been up for less than a month from Indianapolis. He had the offense's other hit in 4 at-bats. He's now off to a riveting 176 start in this stint. Cam Devaney, who is the 28-year-old infielder Cherington acquired in the Adam Frazier trade this summer, is now 3 for 26 with a 115 average after going 0 for 4 in this game with 3 strikeouts. Ji-Hwan Bae, who's in line to get as many hollow chances at the majors as Jack Sawinski, went 0 for 2 with a couple walks, but also in a critical spot, failed to put down a routine bunt. This from a player who's been in the Pirates system forever and whose game has always been predicated on speed. Can't get a bunt down to save his life. And bringing up the rear, but certainly not in terms of Cherington's list of epic failures, was Henry Davis, who went 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Henry is now at 161 for the season. It does feel like it's worth reminding that Henry was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, and that in exactly 10 days, he's going to turn 26 years old. I don't know exactly at which age a prospect becomes a suspect, but my guess is that if Henry hadn't been a 1-1, we wouldn't be watching him right now. So please, on this solemn occasion, this solemn annual occasion, one that we as Pittsburghers have now commemorated in all but 4 seasons since the last division title in 1992. Take everything positive that you might have to say about Cherington and pitching, or even Skenes. If you even want to throw Skenes into that and fantasize that he was some challenging choice, take all of that, crumple it up, and ram it hard into the nearest trash can. Exactly where that lineup from last night belongs. When we come back, J1Q. If you're looking for a great dining experience, look no further than North Shore Tavern, located directly across Federal Street from PNC Park, next door to Mike's Beer Bar. North Shore Tavern is Pittsburgh's home for steak on a stone. Enjoy your steak finished on a hot lava stone in front of you, where you ensure each piece is cooked to exactly your liking. Or try their rotating selection of entrees, hot sandwiches, salads, and burgers, all while enjoying the ambiance dedicated to the great players and history of the Pittsburgh Pirates all around you. Come see why everyone's talking about North Shore Tavern and steak on a stone.
It's Gun Storage Check Week. Help prevent unwanted access to your firearms. No one wants their unsecured gun to be used in an accident, a suicide, or a crime. Use lockboxes, safes, and locks to secure your firearms. Learn more at gunstoragecheck.org. That's gunstoragecheck.org. Brought to you by NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association.
Hey guys, if you're planning to see a Pirates game, use the Game Time app to get your tickets. You can snag new ticket deals before anyone if you set it into app alerts. The app is easy to use, no surprise fees at checkout. You can see your seat view before buying, and you're getting legit tickets delivered on time. Now, if you're not much of a planner, you can get last-minute deals on tickets right up to the start of the event. Lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Download the Game Time app and enter the code DKPirates in your app profile for $20 off your first purchase. In lieu of the usual J1Q, I'm going to read you 3 comments that were left on our DK Pittsburgh Sports app after the game last night. Matt Graver said, I could accept another losing season if this was the 2010 through 12 roster with a young Andrew McCutchen, Neil Walker, Pedro Alvarez, Jordy Mercer, Garrett Cole, Starling Marte on the way. But there isn't a single position player in Pittsburgh or even in Indianapolis where you can point and say all-star. You can make the argument, this is still Matt, that their 3 best hitters are Tommy Pham, Brian Reynolds, and Kutch, all on the other side of 30, 2 of them free agents and closer to 40 years old. They are not 2 bats away. Chris in West Virginia wrote, batters 5 through 9 in the lineup in this game were batting 200 or less. That's how you lose 82 games. Thanks, Ben. Jim gets today's last word by saying, but listen, DK, if they win just 12 of their last 16 games, they'll have a better record than last year and the year before last. And if you don't get that, or if it's too early for you in the day, you haven't had your caffeine yet, if the Pirates win, okay, now you're catching up with me. If the Pirates win 12 of the last 16 games, they'll have 76 wins, which is what they had last year and what they had the year before. Moving Cherington this year for some nutty reason to remark that the Pirates did more winning in 2024 than they did in 2023. You guys are the best. I cannot believe you're here like this every day. But I'm kind of glad you are, because I'd be driving myself loco otherwise. This way I can help drive you loco. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody who listens to Daily Shot of Pirates. We're going to do another one of these tomorrow.